Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is KayraRenee and I am here today with a Valentine's Day look. I know you see a lot of pink going on here, but it inspired me. I was inspired by pink. I am not a pink lover. I actually really, I don't want to use the word hate, but I really don't like the color pink. But today I decided to use it and I actually really love the way it turned out. So in today's video I'm going to show you how to get this eye look, and then I will list down below all of the face products that I use that I don't mention in the video, and at the end I will show you all 3 different lip colors that I like to pair up with this eye. So if you want to see how I got this look, please keep watching and be sure to comment down below which lip color was your favorite. I already have on foundation, a little bit of concealer, and I'm going to brighten up a little bit with a lighter concealer after I do my eye makeup. And I also already have my eyes primed, and I've set it with the white eyeshadow from the Life's a Drag palette. I want to create something that is wearable but also bold and give a few different lip options. So on a large fluffy blending brush, I'm going to go right into Kokie, which is the bright pink in the palette, and I'm going to blend this through my crease. I'm going to focus this kind of in my lower crease first and then buff it upwards. I always like to start with the color deposit in the outer part of my eye because my eye is hooded. If I start in the inner part or in the center, I feel like too much color is deposited in that area, and I want to focus more of it kind of in this outer area instead and just blend inwards. When I get too heavy with color on the inner or middle part of my crease, I feel like it makes my hooded eyes look more hooded. So I try to keep it outer in the outer area. That way it kind of lifts my eye. And I'm going to try to keep this look a little bit more on the rounded side instead of pulling it back. And we're just going to go in back and forth little circular windshield wiper motions. And I'm just going to keep building this color up until it's got the intensity that I want. Always tapping off the excess, and I'm always starting right in my crease and then blending up and in. Now I'm going to start to focus whatever's left on this brush kind of on this inner part. I do kind of want to bring it in kind of far here. And the trick with blending any color, any transition shade, is to go in little by little and just really take your time. You never want to go in with too much color at one time. It's a lot harder to blend out color when you go in with too much. This technique can be used with any color whatsoever, any combination of colors. If you have hooded eyes like I do, it's hard to get colors to look pretty sometimes. If I put anything on my lid, you can't see it once, you know, because I have very little bit of visible lid space. So I've, been playing with makeup for a long time, and it's just a matter of knowing your eye shape and playing with colors and playing with techniques and positioning your shades and your shadows in different areas. Whatever shade I'm using on my lid, if I bring it just a little bit higher, and if I put down a base before I lay it down, it really helps to make that color stand out a little, and it makes my eyes look a little bit bigger and a little less hooded. So if you are a hooded eye girl or guy out there like me, these techniques will help tremendously. So this is what the pink should look like, and like I said, remember you can use any color, any pink, a neutral, this can be any color. I'm just sticking with Valentine's Day colors. Smaller blending brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Snatched, which is that red shade, and I'm going to bring this right in my crease, kind of in my lower crease area, and again starting in that outer corner, and really just, this is just going to intensify and deepen this pink shade. And I'm focusing it a lot lower in my crease. I'm really getting in there because I still want this pink to show through. And again, just take your time, blend, blend, blend. This color I'm not gonna bring as far in as I did the pink, because again, I want it to stay kind of in this outer area and right in the crease. And then I'm also gonna use it on my outer corner. I'm gonna take the same brush that I used that pink on, and I'm just gonna blend. I didn't put any more product on it. I just wanna blend these two shades together. It's a tip I can give for people with hooded eyes who are trying to find their crease. If you take the end of the brush, obviously don't poke yourself, but you feel where that socket is, that's where your crease is. Go a little bit above that so that the color will actually show. If I was to keep my color right here in this crease where my natural crease is, you wouldn't be able to see it. So I bring it up just a little bit above that so that the color will actually show. Otherwise it gets lost unless you have your eyes closed. And we don't walk around with our eyes closed, do we? Small circular motions. I always like to stop and pull back. Sometimes even have another mirror here, so I even look at myself in different mirrors to make sure that things are even, because sometimes when you're looking at the same mirror for a long time right in front of you, you don't see things as they look from far away or things like that. So I always make sure to look in multiple different places. I'll even take like a hand mirror and look really close if I need to. If you feel like you've lost that first transition shade, you can always dip back into the pink or whatever your transition shade was and blend those two together. I always like to do this before I decide to do that. I'll take the blending brush without product on it and blend them together, and then if I feel like I need to go back in with more pink, I will. With the same Snatch shade, I'm going to take a smaller, really small blending brush, and I'm going to focus it right on my outer corner, but I'm not bringing it far in. It's literally going to stay right here. Another trick that I like with my hooded eyes is to keep that color right on that outer edge and softly blend it in. If you bring it in too far, it does make your eyes look smaller. Literally right here. And then kind of blend it up just a tiny bit. And then just kind of softly feather it inwards. On the same brush, I'm also going to take Shady, tiny bit, and blend it into the Snatched there on my outer corner. It's just going to give a little bit of drama. Again, always wants to start eating while I'm filming. Okay. Never fails. And because I'm not going to do a wing liner or anything like that today, that's why I'm using a little bit of black here to give my eye just a little bit more depth, a little more drama. I'm taking that blending brush that I used for Snatched and just kind of buffing it just a tiny bit. I'm going to take my eye primer, which is the NARS Tinted Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. This is in the shade Medium. You can use a concealer if you like. You can use whatever kind of eye base you like, but I'm going to take just the tiniest bit and clean up my lid space. And I'm bringing it up a little bit high into my crease like I mentioned before. I'm literally going to just take a tiny bit, and I use a little at a time, and then blend it in. And I just kind of pat it in, and I'm taking it upwards into this upper crease. Now on a flat brush, I'm gonna take the shade Beach, which is this one right here. Put this all over my lid, and I'm gonna wet it with some Fix Plus, so I'm dipping in first. There we go. Giving it a spray, letting it sit for a minute. Where I put down that base. Starting on this inner corner and bringing it kind of into my tear duct and all the way up. And then we're just gonna softly blend it into this outer corner. And now I'm gonna take my finger and kind of just put it right over in the same shade on my finger. Just kind of really does make a difference. I'm going to take the white again. That is called Cake Face, and I'm going to take that white shade and I'm going to place it right under my brow. Kind of right at the highest point of my brow and blend it outwards. I'm going to take a little bit of Sickening and put this right into where that pink is, right above that pink. And this is just going to help blend that white with that pink a little bit better, since this is a little bit more of a skin tone shade. So now I'm going to go off camera and finish the rest of my face. I'll come back to do the bottom lash line and lips. Okay, so now we're gonna finish up the eyes. I did my bronzing, blush, highlight, put a little bit of eyeliner and mascara on my top lashes. Okay, so now I'm going to do the bottom lash line, and then I'm going to pop some lashes on and lip colors. So for my highlight, I used the Got Me Beaming by ColourPop, and I mixed Group Chat with No Type. So I'm going to actually use No Type on the inner corner of my eye with a small brush, and we're just going to pop that right in here. I'm gonna kind of blend it into our lid shade also. Flat definer brush, and I'm going back into Snatched. And I'm not gonna connect it to this outer corner here. I'm gonna kind of keep a little gap right there. That will also help your eyes look a little bit bigger. And I'm gonna go back into Sickening, and I'm just gonna blend this out underneath this color, and this is just to soften and buff out the edges and drag it down just a little bit more. Take Snatched again on that flat brush and kind of just stamp it where we lost some of that shade. I'm going to take a brown eyeliner. This is from IT Cosmetics. I used this to tightline my upper lash line. I'm going to just put this a little bit into my waterline. I'm taking that flat brush again. And this time I'm going to use Trade. I'm just going to put this on this outer area right here. Just deepen that part up just a tiny bit. Now I'm going to put on a little bit of mascara on the lower lash line. I've already done mascara on my upper lash line. For lashes, I'll be using the Dodo lashes in the style D326, which look like this. And I'm going to go ahead and apply these and come right back. We are back. I have my lash, ow, I just poked my here we are again, and I have 3 lip options. One is like a peachy nude, one is like a berry burgundy deep red, and the other is a bold bright pink. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the nude shade. So I'm using the lip liner in 1054 Mauve from Italia Deluxe. I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips with this. I'm gonna overline just a little bit. Oh, lipstick all over my face now. Okay. The reason I decided to go for more of a peachy nude lip is because there's a little bit of peach shift in the shimmer shadow. Now I'm taking the shade Uno Mas from ColourPop. It's their, I think these are called like their Luxe lipstick line. And again, it's like a nude peach shade. I'm taking the liner again and just kind of blending the shades together. I'm also going to gloss with the Dose of Colors The Most by Desi and Katie. It's just a clear gloss, and it's got like, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got like green, purple, pink, blue, like a really pretty, almost like mermaid vibes shift to it. And I'm going to pat this right in the center. And it transforms this peach lip into more of a cohesive like pink vibe, I guess. This is lip option number 1. This is my take on a peachy nude lip for this look. Like I said, there's a little bit of a peach shift in the shimmer shadow on our lid, and I really like the way it looks. So I'm going to take this off and go to the next color. Next, I am using the MAC lip pencil in the shade Beat, and I'm gonna line my lips again. And I'm using the shade D for Danger from MAC. And this is lip option number 2. I really like this color too. It makes my teeth look more white, so that's always a good thing. It really ties in with that snatched shade that we used in our crease. And I really like, I feel like this is the more like grown-up color of the 3. So with the third color, I'm using the same lip pencil, so I'm gonna just kind of remove the center of this lip color, so I don't have to line my lips again. So for that, we're using Candy Yum Yum by MAC. And surprisingly, this was my favorite of the 3 lip colors, and I'm not into pink. Once it's blended in with the Beat lip liner, it looks really, really pretty. It doesn't look as obnoxious as this. And I'm going to take a lip brush and really kind of blend these in. This is lip option number 3. Like I said, this is my favorite of the 3, maybe because it's the most bold. It's the most that stands out to me. I want to take a little bit of this shadow here. This is a Kat Von D Metal Crush eyeshadow in Thunderstruck. I'm going to add this to the inner tear duct of my eyes. It's like a white, but it has a pink shift to it. I'm just going to pop this. Yeah, it really brightens up that. Here we go. Whew! Okay, perfect. That's kind of what I was going for before, but didn't quite get it. Here we go. It's exactly. Okay, I'm also going to put this kind of right there. Blow that out. Right here. And highlight that Cupid's bow. This is the final look. I'm very pleased with the way it turned out. I'm really glad I tried 3 different lip colors. At first I was like, oh, that's too much. But then I thought last year I gave 2 different lip colors and 2 different eye options. So this time I said I'll do a little more drama on the eyes and I'll give 3 different lip colors. Surprisingly, this is my favorite lip. I didn't think I was going to like the bright pink, but I really do. And I've never really worn Candy Yum Yum, so I love it. I think it looks really pretty. I think everything tied together looks really, really nice. And I love it. I hope you all enjoyed this Valentine's Day inspired look with a little more color. Like I said, pink isn't for everyone. It's actually not for me. I really don't like pink. It's not my favorite color. But I wanted to try colors that I don't like, so I went for it, and I actually surprisingly really enjoy the way this looks. I hope you all have a great Valentine's Day. Share it, love it, live it, do what you want with it. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.